Hey everyone, it's Stryker without little Jimmy, and we're coming at you. Actually, I am coming on you with a little shaking and grooving from the lounge. That's right, we're bringing it down just a notch to bring you an awesome announcement. We have had an incredible season so far, and we have reached the pinnacle. That's right, we have reached the finale, the finito, as the French call it, le petit mort. Here we are with an announcement that is going to make you fully erect. What a season we have had, with ups and downs, twists and turns, but something that we could all enjoy from the TFO 2022 Season X. And now, without further ado,
that's right, it's the fucking Raj, the commish, the original sinner, with the end of the season recap, TFO Season X. Listen to the man.
Welcome, TFO faithful. I am the TFO Commish TheRaj, and we are here at the end of week 17, which means TFO Season X regular season has come and passed. And so now I bring to you the regular season recap. What a season it's been. Let's look back at the regular season standings. First, in the bad, you got the badass snap with those video game vixens winning the division 13-3, and the wannabe ballers picking up a wild card at 12-4. In the badass crackle, you have the Time Variance Authority squeaking out the Villains of Cinema. Both had 10-6, but the Time Variance Authority with the difference, the differential, the point differential, but the Villains of Cinema sneaking in with a wild card. And in the badass pop, the Lord of the Rings, they threw the ring into the volcano. The eagle came and saved them off the mountain with an 8-8 Rookie Division Championship. In the bad guy snap, Dungeons and Dragons, they squeak out Glorious Kazakhstan, both at 13-3, but the D&D with that three-headed Tiamat scoring tons of points, and the differential there helping with the defense. The bad guy crackle, you have the Blitzkrieg winning the division 12-4, with the High Company 10-6 picking up a wild card. But don't forget the Heroes of Wrestling, they did it, baby! They did it, the perfect season! Congratulations, Jason McCormick, 0-16, it must feel amazing! We'll make sure that Chef Boyardee cooks you something up good, brother! And in the bad guy pop, oops, wrong sport, another rookie winning a division 11-5. And here is the playoff picture for bad. So on the left there, the wild card matchup, Villains of Cinema 10-6 will be taking on the Wannabe Ballers 12-4. Winner there will take on the Video Game Vixens. And on the opposite side, wild card wise, you got the High Company 10-6 taking on Glorious Kazakhstan 13-3. Winner of that facing off against Dungeons and Dragons. And don't forget about the divisional rounds up there, the TVA taking on the Lord of the Rings, and the Blitzkrieg taking on Oops, Wrong Sport. All of that leading to the Badass Championship and the Bad Guy Championship, and crowning the Season X Bad Champion. But over in the Mad Dog standing snap, Letterkenny Irish 15-1 winning the division, with the Shitsalehi picking up a wild card at 9-7. In the Mad Dog Crackle, the Sunday Knights winning the division 13-3. And the classic Yacht Rockin' Rap squeaking in with a 6-10 wild card. And then the Mad Dog Pop, where the Cleveland Steamers, 5-11, the lowest ranked team ever to win a division, and they barely win it as they had to do it on the tiebreaker of the point differential. But they did it, and they're going on to the playoffs. In the Mad Max Snap, 14-2, the TMNT Torturers winning the division, with the Italian Stallions 10-6 picking up a big wild card. Mad Max Crackle with the Tiger Kings 14-2 winning the division. And the Mad Max Pop with the Prophecy Destroyers winning the division with 12-4, beating their rival the Seattle Sound, who picks up a wild card at 11-5. And so the Mad playoff picture there. On the left, wild card weekend, you'll have the Rockin' Rap 6-10 taking on the Shitsalehi. Winner of that will take on the Letterkenny Irish. On the right, the Italian Stallions 10-6 will take on the 11-5 Seattle Sound, and the winner there will have to face off against the 14-2 Tiger Kings. But don't forget about those divisional playoffs too, with the Sunday Knights taking on the Cleveland Steamers and the TMNT Torturers taking on the Prophecy Destroyers. Those winners will face off against the other winners in the Mad Dog Championship and the Mad Max Championship. And eventually we will crown a new Season X 2022 Mad Champion. What a playoff picture. But when we think about playoffs, we gotta think also about Pro Bowlers. What a regular season we have. We had some amazing players, and we need to crown the kings and queens of TFO. So let's talk first about those bad Pro Bowlers. And here are the bad Pro Bowlers for the offense. Quarterbacks, Iron Giant of the Blitzkrieg, and my name is Borat from the glorious Kazakhstan. Running back wise, we got Brian Fury of Mishima Zabatsu, Lena Tracer of Overwatch, and Magic Johnson of Oops, Wrong Sport. Wide receiver wise, Sexy Time and Pussy Magnet, both from the glorious Kazakhstan, and the Zen Arcade of the SST Records. Tight ends, we got Dante Hicks. He's not even supposed to be here today. He's of the Blitzkrieg, and Gondor's Boromir of the Lord of the Rings. And the offensive line, you have King Perseus of the Greek legends, Nightmare Foxy of the Champions of Luck, Snap Off My Cock from the glorious Kazakhstan, the Gold Pieces from Dungeons and Dragons, and Stanley Hudson of the offense. Bad Pro Bowler defense-wise, that D-line, Hannibal Lecter of the Villains of Cinema, Laura S. Arseed of the Video Game Vixens, and Julius Campbell of the Wannabe Ballers. Linebacker core, Rubber Fist from glorious Kazakhstan, Cena Turner from the Time Variance Authority, Babe Boucher from Wannabe Ballers, and Sleeve of Wizard from glorious Kazakhstan. And the secondary, we got Picardy B of the Time Variance Authority, Clown Krusty of Get Off My Lawn, Beautiful Vega from the Champions of Luck, and Hades from the Villains of Cinema. Backup-wise, we got the Town Rapist from the glorious Kazakhstan, Charles Barkley, that's terrible, from the Oops Wrong Sport, Watery Kanazo from the Champions of Luck, and Rick the Pitman Hart. He's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be in any time. And he is a Pro Bowler. Bad special team Pro Bowlers, Mr. Ray Finkel, kicker for the Villains of Cinema, punter Red Foreman, he's gonna put his foot in your ass from the Get Off My Lawn. Kick returner Booby Miles from the Wannabe Ballers, and punt returner Avril Lavigne from the Time Variance Authority. Backup wise, we got the Platinum Kush of THC, Pete Moravik from Oops Wrong Sport, Tully Blanchard from the Heroes of Wrestling, and Calvin Candy from the Villains of Cinema. And so the Pro Bowl breakdown here, offense-wise, glorious Kazakhstan had the most with 4. Defensive-wise, it's the TVA and glorious Kazakhstan that both had 3. Special team-wise, villains of cinema picking up 2 special team Pro Bowlers, but the total champion bad Pro Bowler is the glorious Kazakhstan as they send 7 of their players to the Pro Bowl. And if we talk about those bad Pro Bowlers, you know we also gotta talk about the mad Pro Bowlers as well, baby. Mad Pro Bowler offense, first off, quarterbacks Rocky Balboa from the Italian Stallions and Master Splinter from the TMNT Torturers. Running backs Bo Nur from the Cleveland Steamers, La Fin du Monde from the Beer Gods, and Al Bundy from the Hollywood Heroes. Wide receiver-wise, Turtle Leonardo from the TMNT Torturers, Riddler from the DC Villains, Dark Magician from the Prophecy Destroyers. Tight end-wise, Ivan Drago from the Italian Stallions, Crystal Beast from the Prophecy Destroyers, and the offensive line of Coors Premium from the Beer Gods, Chrome Dome from the TMNT Torturers, Norse God Loki from the Marvel Mutants, Jim Seals from the classic Yacht Rock and Rap, and B.A. Broakis from Broforce. Mad Pro Bowl defense, the D-line, Bronze Tiger from the DC Villains, Methamphetamine from the Tiger Kings, Coltrane from Sunday Nights, the linebacker core of Joshua Dial from the Tiger Kings, joined by Sardine Oil from the Tiger Kings, Tommy Gunn from the Italian Stallions, and Rhino Rocksteady from the TMNT Torturers. The secondary of C. Casemiro from the Soccer World, Marie Federic from Letterkenny Irish, Red Death from the Venture Industries, and Kurt Sloan from the Hollywood Heroes. The defensive backups of Fiona Apple from the Seattle Sound, Riley from the Letterkenny Irish, Jim Dickens from the Letterkenny Irish, and Anita Blackdick from the Cleveland Steamers. Mad Special Team Pro Bowlers, Marky Mark, kicker from the Seattle Sound, punter Alpha 5 from the Offenders, kick returner Raj is a pussy from the Cleveland Steamers, punt returner an ostrich from the Letterkenny Irish. And what I heard they did to that ostrich is just shameful. At least 2 men had to be present. Just awful. Backup-wise, kicker John Rink from the Tiger Kings, punter Shit Leopard from the Shits of Leahy, kick returner Rick Ashley, never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down from the Seattle Sound, and the punt returner, ow, he feels good, James Brown from the Italian Stallions. And so the Mad Pro Bowl breakdown, offense, TMNT Torture sending 3, that's the most out of Mad. Defense-wise, the Letterkenny Irish and the Tiger King sharing the crown, both pulling in 3. Special team-wise, the Seattle Sound sending 2 Pro Bowlers. Total-wise, we have 4-way tie with the Letterkenny Irish, the Italian Stallions, the TMNT Torturers, and the Tiger Kings. Woo, baby, what stellar teams we've had this season X. But there are only some that can be the top of the top, the cream of the crop, the greatest of the greatest. We call those MVPs. They are the greatest players of the season. And who are they? We're going to find out right now. And here are the Tecmo Fantasy Owners 2022 season most valuable players. For the bad offensive MVP, quarterback, the Iron Giant from the Blitzkrieg. The bad defensive MVP, nose tackle, Laura S. Arseed from the video game Vixens. And the bad special teams MVP, the kick returner of Booby Miles of the Wannabe Ballers. The mad side here, the mad offensive MVP is tight end Ivan Drago from the Italian Stallions. The mad defensive MVP inside linebacker Tommy Gunn from the Italian Stallions. And the mad special teams MVP kick returner Raj is a pussy from the Cleveland Steamers. Congratulations, gentlemen. You deserve it. And lady, you and robot, well, Ivan Drago's kind of a robot too, so, and Raj is a pussy is me as a cat. Congratulations, everybody. You all deserve it. And speaking of deserving it, when we talk about the greatest, we gotta talk about the records that have been broken, that have been shattered, that have changed the course of history. And so now we will look at those record breakers. TFO all-time records, new and updated player records. First, quarterback with the best completion percentage, minimum 50% completions, Walt Kowalski of the Get Off My Lawn with a 76.12% completion. Quarterback with most passing touchdowns, Rocky Balboa with 64 touchdowns on the season. Quarterback most passing yards, Disney Villainous, Champions of Luck with 5,415 yards. Running back most rushing attempts, Brian Fury of the Mishima Zaibatsu with 438 rushing attempts. Running back with the most reception yards of a running back, Ken Masters of the Champions of Luck with 1,637 yards. Wide receiver with the most receptions, Riddler from the DC Villains with 62 receptions. Wide receiver, most rushing attempts for a wide receiver, the Wolverine of the Marvel Mutants, 151 attempts. Tight end, most receptions, Ivan Drago of the Italian Stallions, 52 receptions. Tight end, most reception yards, Crystal Beast of the Prophecy Destroyers, 1,308 yards. Tight end, most reception touchdowns, Ivan Drago of the Italian Stallions with 17 touchdowns. Kicker, most field goals scored, Mr. Ray Finkel of the Villains of Cinema, scoring 24 field goals. Kicker with best field goal percentage, minimum of 10%, that Platinum Kush, baby, of the High Company, 94.44%, made 17 of 18 of the just wild. And punter, best punt yard average, minimum 10 punts, the Shit Leopard of the Shitsalehi, 72.18 yard average. Way to go, all those new and updated player records. Now let's look at the TFO all-time records, new and updated owner records. Most season wins, Rick Pittman now has 92 TFO victories. Most season goes to Rick Pittman. He had 4,549 in a season. The most season offensive pass yards overall goes to Nick Dean with 31,454 yards. Most season offensive rush yards goes to Dave Fogel for his whole TFO career, 23,456. And most season offense total yards is Dave Fogel, who has passed the 50K mark and now has 52,089 yards over his 10 season. New updated team records, most season wins goes to Letterkenny, the first team ever to make 15 season wins. Most season losses, Heroes of Wrestling ties the record of losing all the games. Congratulations. Most season offense pass yards, the Prophecy Destroyers, 5,617 yards. Most season defense pass yards, the TMNT Torturers, 4,877 yards. And the most season defense pass yard average, the TMNT Torturers with 304.81 yards. What legendary teams, what legendary players, records being shattered because superstars becoming superstars. And then that leads us all back to one place. The Season X 2022 playoffs. And here is the full playoff picture, the mega breakdown. In the left corner, the badass, you'll see they're highlighted in blue there. That's because down in the dungeon zone, Tim Henriquez is going to commentate those matchups. In the bad guy, they're silver because John Balog and the Sunday Night Crew, VGV style, will be commentating those matchups. In the bottom left, the Mad Dog, highlighted in yellow because the Italian Stallion's own JVM with the Prophet will be commentating those matchups. And in the bottom right, it's orange because the Mad Max will be commentated by the Towton TFO Tuesday crew of Frank the Cactus Balog and the Bitskrieg Dave Bitzer. And in red is the Bad Bowl and the Mad Bowl because those will be special commentated matchups by Little Jimmy and Striker. We can't wait to bring these playoff matches to you because we know that excellence breeds excellence. And this playoff picture looks beautiful, baby. I'm excited. I'm hyped. Are you hyped? Because if you're not hyped, you need to get hyped. You need to get psyched because everything's going to lead to that big title bout, that title bowl matchup, the Bahamut Bowl, baby. 2022 Season X, the Bahamut Bowl, July 30th, Columbus, Ohio, 16-bit bar Columbus off of 4th Street. We're gonna be there from noon to 3. You better get your binoculars out, baby, because we're gonna be watching every inch of the action as we enjoy beverages from the bar, we enjoy TFO on the TV, and the food of Late Night Slice and Frank's Hot Dogs right next door. And if that doesn't get you hard, you gotta remember all the arcade games that we'll be able to play for free. And then we'll be in Columbus that evening to burn the town down with our TFO antics. It is going to be special. And it is special. You know, when I started this, I started TFO because I just wanted to make a video game. And I had hacked Tecmo in the past. I had hacked Tecmo all the way back in 96. And I was putting, people from my class and teachers on football teams. And that's really where TFO began, was this idea of having two fictional teams play off against each other just to see it, just to laugh and maybe drink a beer and have a good time. Not in 96, I wasn't drinking a beer, but later. That's if you watch the first TFO, the Thursday Night Football from season 1, we were doing power hours and we were sloshed, and it was a good fun time. So, but I wanted people to be invested, and I thought the best way to make people invested was to give them some sort of investment and let them create the teams. And I've put a big risk doing that because we've had a lot of teams that straddle a line, and there's a lot of teams that are awesome, and there's a lot of teams that just are bad. And it's all part of TFO. It's all part of what makes this so beautiful. I love seeing it all. I love seeing the close games, the blowouts, the commentated matchups, the bitching and moaning and complaining on the boards, the having fun, being excited for Ravioli Bowl 2. Like, this is just fucking amazing. And it's wonderful, and it's beautiful, and I never thought when I started this in 2013 that it was going to continue and we would be here a decade later. A decade of decadence, baby. And it's been humbling. It's been amazing. I appreciate it. You guys probably have no idea how fun I think this is. And I don't even have a team. I don't even want a team. I'm in Toll. I'll let my early armadas speak for themselves over in Toll. And Toll, our sister from another mister, we support them. Blitz, we supported them. Had some good times, baby. And that was just this first 10 years. Who knows where we'll be in the future? But I know our future first has to go through the Bahamut Bowl. the Season X champion. Who will take the belt? It's going to be an amazing playoffs. Join us, and we will see you next Tecmo.